Hey, this is Flux with Fluxwithit.com. We're here with Dan of 4MS Company, and why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what your modules are that you're presenting at NAMM?
Hi, I'm Dan Green from 4MS Company. We're in Portland, Oregon, and we have some new stuff here. It's never been shown at NAMM. Our main thing we're very proud to show is the dual looping delay. It is a 2-channel looping delay, very high quality and very long delay times. So what we have here is a one common time denominator called ping. And we have 2 separate channels. Each channel, the delay time can be set by the time knob and these switches which make it go 1/8 notes, equal, which, whole notes, or plus 16, which is, think of it as number of bars, up to 32 bars. So you can also hold down a button and turn this knob to get non-quantized settings. So each channel can run at totally different times that are not even related. But usually synchronizing them to the same clock is really handy with delay. It makes some really interesting things, as we'll hear later. Each channel has its own input and output. You can use it as stereo, you can use it as dual mono, you can patch one and the other as series, however you like. The inputs are normalized to each other and the outputs are normalized to each other, so you could just go in, out, and you'd have 2 delays mixed together. We have dry, wet for each channel. We have delay level, which is how much of the input signal is actually recorded into memory. And we have feedback. Feedback goes from 0 to 100%, which is a real good setting, all the way up to 110, which gives you that blooming.
Provoke memory loss, shall we say bizarre behavior, such as taking your clothes off in public and so on. And it creates a general ambiance of uncertainty about the nature of reality. What I mean by that is talk to people who aren't there. You smoke cigarettes, right? There you have but some Aboriginal maybe traditions I guess in this matter I'm a kind of strict constructionist in that when I have something very specific.
The maximum time for each channel is 88 seconds. So that's enough time that you don't really have to think about, oh, can I make this longer? Is it going to sound lo-fi or something if I go past 4 seconds? That never comes into play here. Everything's at 48 kilohertz, 16-bit. It always sounds great. It sounds just like what you played into it, comes out, but delayed, of course. Some of the other features here, we have hold, infinite hold, that just locks whatever's in memory as a loop, plays through that loop. You can scrub through, you can window, I should say, through memory with the time knob when you're in infinite hold mode. And this leads us to the next feature, is reverse. Reverse plays the memory backwards. If you have a loop, you play the loop backwards, and then you can scrub through, you can window through memory, the starting point of the memory when you're in reverse mode, and then the ending point in not reverse mode, which means that you can set a loop. It's rhythmically based, so that loop is going at some multiple of the clock, your master clock, and then you can scrub around in memory, the whole sample that you recorded, you can scrub around in that, but it'll keep its basic time relative to this clock. So it's a really cool way to keep things rhythmic and still have all kinds of whatever you're feeding into it. We have CV control for everything. We have triggers for reverse and hold. And yeah, you can tap tempo or you can run an external clock in. There's also clock outs for the master clock, which is sample accurate, so it locks to one exact sample at the sample rate, which means that you're always going to land, your sample's always going to loop on the exact same spot. There's no drift. You can run it up to audio rate. Here we have this delay, this dual looping delay being clocked by a VCO. It'll clock way into the audio range, which gives you that car plus strong resonant type delays. Feedback becomes resonance, time becomes pitch. You can run time quantized or unquantized by holding this button down. And then dry, wet, and delay level is your level. So it turns into like a resonant delay really easily just by ramping up the ping time.
What is the HP on this?
This is a 20 HP module. We are scheduled to start production of this, the production process of this when we get back from NAMM. So we expect to see them like end of March, early April. MSR, the retail price will be $399 US. And we think this is a pretty fun toy that people that like delay should